Hi everybody, I'm back, and in a previous video I was talking about square numbers, and square numbers go with a picture of a square. So if you're talking about, say, 3 squared, you can actually draw a picture. Let's do this the easy way. Draw a picture of that with, oh, I totally would do this. All right. With 3 of these squares down and 3 squares across. So let's see if I can, there we go. So 3 squares down. Three squares across. So I did 3 squares across, now I'm just putting in my 3 squares down. I know it's not perfect, but it'll be close enough. Okay. So the idea of a square number is to say, it goes back to multiplication, and it's, okay, and that you're counting how many of these little boxes make up this shape, the big shape. And let's put another box around the whole shape. Maybe that will help encourage that. There we go. And so that whole shape is made up of 3 times 3. 3 on the side. And you have, actually, you can see there's 3 groups of 3. And so that's 3 times 3. And that, since there's 2 numbers that both have 3 in it, mathematicians are lazy, so they make it 3 to the 2nd power. Some people call it 3 squared because the shape it makes is a square shape. Now, this is the beginning of exponents, and so you might come across a number that looks like 4 to the 5th power. The important thing to know is I'm not going to draw out the shape of what that looks like, because that would actually get into multi-dimensional shapes. But I will say that means 4 to the 5th power means 4 times 4 times 4. How many 4s am I going to do? If you said 5, you are right, because this number right here tells you that you need that many 4s and that you're multiplying them all together. So 4 to the 5th power means 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So that is in exponents. I will just say this as far as drawing the shape, that it's easy to draw it with square numbers. It's also pretty easy to draw it with cube roots. So if I wanted to do, say, 2 to the 3rd power, they call this a cube root, or not a cube root, I'm sorry, a cube, 3 cubed, because it becomes 3-dimensional. So then if I go back to my square, oh, there we go, we'll do a square here, and then, I know it's not quite a square, let me do that again. There you go. And there you have your square, but and each square, each side is 2 down, so there's 4 boxes on each side. But because it is to the 3rd power, or cubed, it's going to, the shape that you will get from this looks more like this. Oh, okay, let me go over here. There we go. All right, so it's, ooh, there we go. And so when we're talking about cubing a number, they're saying, instead of saying just how many flat little squares there are, how many cubes would make up this box? And if you look on the cube, ooh, I know that was not right. Let's try that again. If you were to look and visualize the cube, if you could take this apart, you could see that on the top layer, let's highlight the top layer. There are let's go to fill. There we go. Highlight. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, sorry, that's wrong. 1, 2 in the front, and 3. Let's just go down a little bit. 3, 4 cubes in the back. That's the top layer. The bottom layer also has 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So there are 8 cubes within that larger cube. And if you know your multiplication, multiplication tells you that 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 to the third power is equal to that. 2 to the third power is equal to 8. Thank you so much. I hope that this helps you with understanding exponents.